Hi, and welcome to another episode of Go Bros. I'm Philip.
And I'm Luke, and today we've got a game to review for you. Bro, what game are we reviewing?
We are going to be taking a look at an old game that nobody's playing called Colonicle.
Well, we're going to play it.
Yep, so let's see what it looks like, because it's a shooter, and there's lots of shooters out there right now, but this is felt very similar to Fire Zone. I know many of you out there in the YouTube world have played Fire Zone. Actually, you know what? Not so similar to Fire Zone. I think VR Arena is the other game that I felt played very similarly to this. We've only played it for like 2 seconds just to make sure it would work. So we don't really have any other impressions in the first 2 seconds, but should be interesting.
Yeah, let's dive in and see what it's like.
Let's do it. All right, as you can see, we have our headsets on, and we've already jumped to the multiplayer room. It looks like you can be on an Asia server or on a US server.
Yeah, and I gotta tell you, so first glance, what I love that they've done with the interface is very similar to, what's it called, Rush, the base jumping game, where you're clearly wearing some kind of headset, and so they've kind of filled the periphery with that, so as I move around, I can kind of see the UI moving with me. And so it kind of helps explain a little bit more of why you have a limited view whenever you are doing a VR headset. So I like that. I like it when they use that space and kind of put you into that frame of mind.
Yeah, it does look like this game may have built-in VoIP. There's a phone icon in the bottom right. If you click on, seems to expand, and I guess it would allow you to mute different players, mute yourself. So that's kind of cool, but we don't need it, so I'm turning that off. Also, it looks like there's several maps to choose from, as well as gameplay types. There's deathmatch, and then there's take arena. I mean, it looks like the maps have their own play type in them. The castle looked cool, so I select castle, and I don't know what the take one is. I imagine it just means you hold a point, but that would be boring. So we're going to do deathmatch so we can shoot each other.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, typical red versus blue. Let's get started.
3, 2, 2, 1.
Let's do first impressions before we kill each other.
Okay.
So, graphic level, it seems about Nintendo 64. And Luke, when we looked at this for about 2 seconds before, you mentioned a Nintendo 64 game.
Yeah, one of the levels that we were in, I honestly don't remember what it was, but it reminded me of one of the levels from GoldenEye. And the fact that it's all kind of boxy like this, it had a very GoldenEye vibe to it. This one, not quite as much, but it definitely, the last one we played, made me think of GoldenEye immediately.
One thing I've noticed about movement so far is on the Go controller, it's just like we would always love movement to be. You just rub your finger around it, and if you rub your finger around the Go controller in a circle, your player moves around in a circle, just like you would hope it would. But wherever...
Yeah, there isn't, if I could change one thing, it would be that there'd be like some kind of triple clicks that I can turn around. Again, not always in a swivel chair. And so if you're not in a swivel chair, it makes this game nearly impossible to play. You'd have to play standing up.
It looks like just by accident I discovered reload, you just shake your Go controller. And I love shooters that do that, where reload's not a button. You shake the controller to do it.
Yeah. I am
Nice.
having to face the wrong way, but let's see. I can't seem to get it to change to a different angle, so I'm not going to be able to find you because I can't look backwards.
There is jumps, it looks like. Oh, and you can... Okay, so you can change... You can move when you're in the air. Very much like Quake style, or for Luke and I, what we played was... Hey, there you are. Look up and behind you. We would play Star Trek Elite Force, and you could control yourself when you jumped in the air.
I can't turn that far around. So if you're behind me, you win, because I can't.
Here, I'll come in front of you. I'm going to be on the other side of that. Here, I'm going to drop right down in front of you.
There you go. Now I see you. Nice. So you're like a little, a bot of some kind.
The heads are smaller than I would expect.
Yeah, and the
texture-
gun looks like, in my point of view, the gun looks like it's coming out of my face, but you're clearly holding your gun down by your hips.
Well, that's how all shooters are. I mean, you see the memes like that. Like if the guns are always like at eye level, nobody holds a gun like that. Texture-wise, definitely Nintendo 64 style textures, but I'm cool with that because I'd rather it work and not lag than it be laggy and have high textures.
Make them dance. Now, come on. Now, look at the wall right here. Does that not look like GoldenEye style shoot?
And the bullets almost disappear as fast. Well, actually, I think they disappear faster than in GoldenEye. I think
Yeah,
GoldenEye
you could have quite a few. But that is clearly from GoldenEye. But again, it makes sense that they would disappear quick like that because, a mobile VR game doesn't want to.
How did it feel? How did it feel to die? Did you get sick?
Nope. I didn't even fall down.
Okay.
Oh, I wish there was a click to turn option.
Yeah, I know. We're not in swivel chairs.
Nope.
I'm gonna see if I can find you again, because I want to feel what it's
Generally,
like.
I am not in a swivel chair, and so that does make this quite challenging.
I just want to say, oh, there you are. This is very nice. It's actually really good. Is it just me? I'm right behind you.
I like it.
Okay, so there is no like blood or anything, but we're in robots. I mean, this is based off a toy, right? I mean, Colonicle is a toy out there. I don't know if it was a TV show or something, but I used to work Walmart toy department, and there were Colonicle toys all the time. So I'm assuming that's what this is based off of.
Yeah.
But it's, I could really get into playing this. Nobody's talking about this game, and it's so funny because so many people were complaining how there's no free motion first-person shooters out there. There's not enough, but there's several now. I mean, there was Fire Zone, there's VR Arena. I mean, everybody was developing one. I mean, there's the big one everyone knows about now, Slightly Heroes. This, I mean, I'd have to play with more people to really test the server, but this is my favorite, I think. I was not expecting that.
Okay, so where are you at right now?
I'm up high somewhere. I guess I'm still on the red side. All the colors are red.
You said you're high?
Yeah, I'll get low a little bit again. Do you see me?
So I was curious. Go all the way to your far side. I'm curious to see if we can go for distance kills here. Can you kill someone from one side of the map at the other side?
All right.
I don't see an option for run. You're kind of just meandering around.
It does seem one speed.
It was a draw.
Oh, the game ended. Well, rematch real quick and we can test that theory. Alright, I'm going to get up high so that you can actually see me. I was also not expecting a jump ability. And I had felt almost like I had a double jump at one point, but I haven't been able to reproduce that. Oh! Felt like I kind of just did, but...
Okay, so I see you way down there. Let's see how good I can aim.
Well, I imagine we can... I think
crouch. If you...
What? How did you crouch?
Instead of pushing to jump...
Oh, the lower part. But I also, if you're not careful, you fall backwards.
Am I hitting you?
Oh, nice shot!
Did I get you?
Right through the crowd. You did! Yeah, like the first shot
That's
hit me.
impressive. I was able to get you through there.
Yeah. There is strafing in this game. It seems like if you touch the right pad or the left and right side of the pad. Alright, let's see if the furthest we can shoot. I imagine if your crosshairs touch, you can hit somebody. I wouldn't see why you couldn't. So get as high as you can on blue side, Luke.
Okay. Can I get up here?
And I guess I might need to go center wall for you to see me because I feel like this column's in front of me.
Nope, I can see you. Right there.
Oh, that's the farthest blue?
Yep.
Oh, that's about where you hit me from before, yeah. But one thing about this game, I didn't see any pickups.
Nope.
So it looks like you get the one gun, and there's, I think, like 4 different arenas. I guess we can back out. See if I hit the back button, what happens. Yeah, I can quit, I don't want to do that. but I don't see any way to pull up any type of menu. I guess you just gotta wait out the game, which I don't want to do.
Yep, I think we've seen enough. You want to go back in studio and talk about what we've got?
Let's do it. All right, as you can see, we have our headsets off. Luke,
Yep.
what'd you think? Colonicle.
Yeah, it definitely felt a lot like GoldenEye in some aspects. You know, GoldenEye was pretty basic. You know, it really was all in your skill to shoot because everybody was pretty much starting with the same guns. Well, of course, I always played rockets only or slap only. So it made everybody
Don't
have
get
the
throwing
same,
knives.
and throwing knives, yep. So it kind of reminds me of that as far as its simplicity. But I don't hate that. Again, when you're talking about this VR, mobile VR, I feel like you've got to make the gameplay really, really good so that you can accommodate for not having as many textures, not having as many features or guns. And I think they found that right balance here, where we can all play, have a good time. It looks like it can hold quite a few people in one party. So I'm a fan of the way that they did this. Again, it's not going to be the most graphic intensive game, but again, we're talking about a mobile VR headset as well.
I was not expecting to like this. I thought for sure we'd trash it. I mean, it's a game that looks like it's been abandoned. I haven't heard anybody talk about this game.
Right.
It's free motion, first-person shooter. It felt very similar to Star Trek Elite Force, which is based on the Quake 3 arena. It felt very like even the jumping around, the walking. It felt so much like that. The room we were in, it looked like you could play 4v4, and if there's in-game VoIP, if you could hear both teams, that would also be cool because in games without VoIP, there's no way to talk to people that aren't in your party, and party max is 4.
That's true.
I think this is definitely a game that we want to play with the Go community, and I'm sure it's already displayed back on the big screen TV over our shoulders, a date and time for us to meet up and play this game. I definitely want to 4v4 some folks on here. But picture that map we were in, Luke, and we were both in the furthest corner. 4v4, that map we were on at least, it's going to be pretty tight.
Yeah, it's going to be a bloodbath, I think.
Yeah,
so I would imagine in that particular map, you're going to see a lot of deaths and quick respawns. But, you know, I think that it works for that setting, and there are different maps you can take a look at. One of them looked like it had a lot more space, a lot more hiding places you can go with higher walls and stuff. So each one of them has a different play style. Yeah, I would be interested to see how this works with larger parties too.
Absolutely. And it's just, I know it's never going to happen, but seeing a game like this that's got graphics from early 2000s, late 90s, you know, it's always hard to say because, you know, we didn't get video games when they first came out. You know, we didn't have a computer or whatever that could do it, but I would love to see Star Trek Elite Force ported for the Go. That'd be so awesome. And the ability to mod it, turn gravity down, it'd be too much fun. What do you think, Luke? Is this a game that you would keep and you would play often, or maybe you'll just play it one time with the Go community? What do you think?
For now, I'd like to keep it. I'm intrigued by it. There's not a lot of these I'm not a big first-person shooter game fan, but I am intrigued by it, maybe because of the nostalgia of it. It really does remind me of GoldenEye. Definitely want to see how it works with the community. And then, yeah, I would say for now, I'll keep it.
Yeah, for me, for sure, it's a keep. I mean, we'll see how it goes. We may find that once there's more people in the room, servers can't handle it, or maybe the arenas are just too small and we're dying too fast because we're not very good at first-person shooters. But for me, it's a very surprising keep.
Absolutely. I was coming into this not thinking I would keep it at all. But I like it. I'm surprised by it. You can't beat the price point. So
free? It's amazing.
It's a free app. So I think that there's, you know, if more people got into it, I think there's opportunities for the developer to come up with some DLC material they could put in there, you know, other costumes or HUD displays or other guns even.
Yeah, I mean, because essentially, I guess the idea of it was kind of as an advertisement, you know, but I mean, this could be a great game. Well, I think we've said enough. So you see the screen back there, date and time. We want to see some folks come in and come play with us. If you're not in the Go community, all you got to do is join the US server, and I'm sure you'll see our room on the time back there on that display. Otherwise, find us in the Go community, and we'll team up there as well. But until next time, I'm Philip from Go Bros.
And I'm Luke. Don't forget to check us out on gobros.tv, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.